Welcome to That Girl Club. We're your hosts, Christina and Katarina, and we're here to empower you on your journey to becoming that girl in every aspect of your life. Join us as we dive deep into inspiring conversations with influential entrepreneurs and experts, sharing their insights and strategies to help you thrive. From navigating the struggles of womanhood to launching your dream business and everything in between, we've got you. So buckle up. You are about to discover what it really means to be that girl. Welcome to the club.
This week, we're joined by Jacey-Lynne Graham, founder of Whipped Wellness, content creator, and former Big Brother Canada cast member, who's built an inspiring community around wellness, mindset, and showing up as your real self. In this episode, Jace opens up about her reinvention era, navigating a public breakup, moving back home, and leaving her corporate marketing job to pursue her passion full-time through fitness coaching and her very own app. We talk about rebuilding your identity after change, the courage it takes to start over, and what it really means to choose yourself, even when it's uncomfortable. From reality TV to real-life transformation, Jace shares her story with honesty, humor, and heart. A reminder that sometimes the most powerful glow-up comes from within.
That's so cute, guys. That's really cute.
Maybe like low-key cheesy, but
No, I love it. I love it.
So welcome that girl, Jacey-Lynne Graham. So we're so excited to have you here today. Oh my gosh.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
Good. Yay. And thanks for coming all the way to Ottawa to speak with us.
Of course. Anything for you guys. I love being back.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. 2-hour flight.
Yeah.
Good. Perfect.
So obviously Christina and I mean, we've been following you for some time. I feel like we have a lot to unpack today. I feel like there's
a lot to unpack. Where should we start?
let me tell you.
Lots. Yeah.
Okay, I feel like let's start this story kind of at the beginning, or at least your debut on Big Brother Canada.
Okay.
Tell us what made you sign up for that. What was that like?
I was obsessed. I was going to say I have been obsessed. I'm not obsessed anymore, but I was obsessed with Big Brother my entire life. Always the American version of the show.
Right.
And I remember when I was younger, I told my mom, because we would like gather around when there was an episode on. It was like my mom, my grandma, like all of us.
No.
And yeah, it was a family thing.
I swear, I've never watched the show.
You haven't, girl? Actually, no, don't. No, I'm just kidding. It's a great game.
Yeah.
But we'll get into like why I'm not into it anymore. But
Okay,
I was
okay.
obsessed with it. And then I would always tell my mom, I want to be on the show. And she was like, babe, you're not American. Can't be on the show. They come out with a Canadian version. And then I was away at college. Mm-hmm. And then I just applied one day. Like I went back, my roommates weren't home. And I was like, okay, I'm going to like make a little audition video. So embarrassing. And so I did it. And then I got a call back. And then I didn't end up making it all the way that season. But they kept calling. It was like every year, hey, are you single? Are you still single? No, I had a boyfriend after that. So then when I was actually single, emailed them, and then they took me that season.
Wow.
Timing
Yeah.
doing its thing there.
I know. Crazy.
You feel like it was the right time by the time they like called you?
Oh, yeah. Now, like in hindsight, if I would have been on the show at that age, like I would have been 21.
Yeah.
I think way too young.
Okay, which kind of leads me to my next question, because I wanted to know how being in the public eye maybe shaped your image of yourself. Like, did it have an effect on you? And I feel like at 21, it would have more.
Yeah. At 21, well, even when I was on the show, I think I was 23, 24. I can't really remember. But it still shaped me in a lot of ways, and it affected me in a lot of negative ways. So if I was 21, it would have been chaos. It would have been really bad, I think, for my self-esteem, et cetera.
Yeah. And did you walk away feeling a lot of pressure to like upkeep a certain image or like keep up with the public image that you then had? Like you were like thrown into the limelight.
Yeah. I think it was more so, coming out with a showmance, like a showmance was a big part of my game. So coming out in a relationship with somebody, moving to a new city with him, it was a lot all at once. So I felt pressure in that way.
Yeah.
Not really about me necessarily, but it was like the whole relationship. Like everything about me became the relationship because of the showmance on the show. So that's the one thing I felt a lot of pressure around.
Right.
Yeah.
So do you almost feel like you didn't really get to like kind of like do your own, like show your real you? Because it was so focused on the showmance.
Yes.
Yeah.
And actually, so the 1 week that he got evicted and I was in the show for a week without him, and all these people are like, where was this the entire game? Like, where was she? Because I was just so different without the showmance in the show. Like I was using my own brain. I was like stepping up to the plate because I was like, I need to fight for myself. You know, I wasn't so like lackadaisical.
Yeah.
The showmance really, I mean, think about when you have a crush on somebody. It's just like everything is
you're like,
about
I don't
that
give a
person.
shit about anything else.
Exactly.
Like, we're in La La Land.
Yeah. So unfortunately I did that when there was like $100,000 on the line, but it's fine. Everything's fine. Yeah.
We're over it.
So I feel like I could have done better without the showmance, but of course it was like so meant to be.
And that's so fair. And you were like younger and it got you through like the weeks on the show. And,
it did. It helped me in a lot of ways too.
Yeah.
The showmance. Yeah.
You did what you thought you needed to do to survive in the show, right?
Yeah.
Is that like what the show is? Like, is it like, I don't even know a lot about Big Brother. Like, can you break down for the listeners who don't even know what that is? Like, what's the purpose of the show? And like, why do you have to be single to go on the show?
You don't have to be single to go on the show, but with reality TV, the way that they cast you, you're cast as a character. Like basically, if they want you to be the villain, you're the villain. Mm-hmm. I was pegged as like the girl next door vibe. So single and ready to mingle. They always put like a few single cast members in there, so then it creates some drama. There has to be a showmance. There always has to be.
Yeah.
But there was people who were married on the show, had kids, like older people, younger people. It was all like a mix. But they just wanted me to be single. But the premise of the show is there's like 16, I think there are 16 of us. Anyway, it's a group of strangers from all walks of life from all over Canada. Every week, 2 people are put on the block for nomination. On the block means like you're up for eviction. Yeah. And then there's a head of household. Head of household picks those 2 people to be on the block. Power veto competition. You could try to save yourself or you can pull somebody off the block. And then at the end of the day, the whole house votes to evict one person at the end of the week.
It's strategy. It's like gameplay, right?
It's
like you're making alliances.
Lying, alliances, backstabbing. It's the whole thing.
So tell us about how did that like mind fuck you? All this like lying and strategy and manipulation.
Dude, I played such an honest game. Like I just was like, oh my God, why do I need to backstab, cheat, and lie? Like, I'll just be a nice girl, you know? And I was in there and I was like, oopsies. But no, I got played a few times and I was like, damn. But it was always, mind you, to get back at somebody who I was close with. It was never to like screw me over. People liked me. I have some social skills, I'll say. I was liked. But it was messed up. It fucked me up.
I wonder how people who do play dirty and they're like, well, it's the name of the game. Like, that's how you win. But I wonder if you walk away with, like, I don't know.
Everyone's in therapy. Yeah. No, they are. Like, literally, we're really? All in therapy. Yeah.
You guys, like, talk about it? Like, everyone from the show? Like, you all talk about, like, the aftermath?
Yeah. I mean, even people who win the show from, winners that I know, they're messed up, too, just in their own ways.
Do you regret going on it?
No. No, I don't. I actually don't regret going on it. I would never do it again. People always ask me, like, would you do it again? Fuck no. I'm not, no.
Like reality TV, period. Or just that show.
Honestly, if the right
You're like, never say never.
Well, no, if the right opportunity came along, sure. But I would never go chasing anymore. Like, I'm not going to audition. If somebody came to me and it was like a really cool opportunity and I was like, oh yeah, that's kind of cool, maybe. Yeah. But nothing like, I've been approached by a couple of dating shows now and I'm like, no. First of all, I'm going to look them in their eyes. Guys make me cringe so hard on dating shows. They're so gross. All the guys on the dating shows, I can't do it.
I couldn't agree more.
So I think I would stare at them and be like, ew. And then I wouldn't be good for TV because it'd be like,
because you'd be too honest and upfront. Whereas like the other girls are like, oh my God, I'm like obsessed. And
choose me. And you'd be like, ew.
I'd be like, actually, this is gross. Yeah, I just wouldn't be into it. And then they'd be like, why are you here? And that's what it would be.
That makes sense. I feel like I've heard a lot of like girls from like The Bachelor and like shows like that are just like, it like takes a toll on your mental health after. And in all seriousness, like, that's something that's like really real. Like that does happen. And like they probably need therapy. Because do you think it's just because the show is so like, because they're kind of painting you to be this specific person and you're not really like being yourself in a sense? Or do you think it's like the hate that you get afterwards?
Yeah, more so that. I think it's like you're so naive before you go on a reality TV show. You're just like thinking about who you're going to be after the show. Like, oh my God, I'm going to be like famous. I'm going to have like, especially if you go on something like Love Island, let's say, everyone thinks it's going to be the time of their life. I pray for them. I'm not even religious. I don't know why I said that. But I'm like, I'm just like, I hope you know that you're going to be down bad after
you're gonna
this.
Be taken apart.
Doesn't even matter if like you are really well liked on the show or like majority of the country loves you. Doesn't matter because the ones that are negative, that's usually what sticks with you. And there's such a dark side to the internet. I had no idea these freaks existed. existed. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But like, it's crazy.
Well, that's the thing. It's like not everyone's gonna like you, right? Like just like you're a normal person that's not in the public eye. There's gonna be people that don't like you, but you're not gonna hear all about it necessarily because you don't have people commenting and all these things, right? So,
and I don't think we're meant to like take in and consume so much feedback on ourselves, like right? Like, it's not a natural. Don't want it.
Don't ask for it.
Yeah. But they say, because I did have some issues where I almost brought some things to a lawyer. Well, I had to speak to a lawyer about a couple of things. And they were like, no, actually, if you go on a reality TV show, or if you're like you're considered a celebrity, a public figure, whatever it is, it's so hard to put anything through in court, because it's like you actually signed up for this. So you're actually just like, you're asking for it.
So it's your fault, basically.
It's actually your fault.
It's actually your fault.
I was like,
gaslighting
harassment? Sick. Yeah, whatever. I was just like curious. I was like, this is getting a little crazy, but yeah.
Given all the maybe comments or hate or feedback afterwards, do you feel like there's some misconception of you that wasn't the case after the show? Like, is there something you feel like people perceive differently and they shouldn't have?
One thing I got, people were like, wow, I didn't know you were this funny. Why didn't they show that on the show? Okay. They showed that. I was like, wow, that's really nice to hear now. But on the show, the way they edited me, it was just like pretty plain Jane, vanilla. I was like, guys, really I do have a personality, like I do.
Representation of who you really are.
Yeah, because I think the weird stuff I would say in the diary room, they just cut out. They're like, no one needs to know about that. No one needs to know she has jokes.
Doesn't fit her character here.
Yeah, exactly. But other than that, not really. Like, I had a good fan base, I would say, after. Like, I liked the feedback I got. I think people just really pegged me as like, yeah, that girl next door, like, oh, she's sucked into a relationship, so about the boy. But I'm more than that. Like, I'm so pretty,
much more.
I'm strong. Like, and that was one thing I liked. The way I was portrayed was my ability to compete on the show, because that's me. Like, I'm competitive, and when it comes down to it, I have good social game and I can strategize. It's just like it wasn't shown that much up until like the last week of the show. Other than that, no complaints about the way that I was perceived, I don't think.
That's good.
Right. Yeah.
Best case
scenario. It's okay. Good at it. I got good at it. Yeah.
So you shared on socials, obviously. So the guy that you met on the show, you continued to date after. Is that right?
Yeah. 3 years.
Wow.
That's pretty good.
That's like, that's a solid relationship.
Pretty solid. Yeah.
So tell me, like, so from the show, like, did you guys, like, were you guys long distance? Like, I'm assuming you guys lived in different places, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So were you guys like dating immediately after? Like, what kind of happened like after the show?
Yeah. So there was a bunch of jokes actually when we were in the house, because obviously everybody's like, is it going to last? Are we taking it to the outside? My friend Kevin, he won the show. He said, are we Titoing? That's like the acronym he made. Are we Titoing?
I love
taking
that.
it to the outside.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
But we didn't even know. Yeah, we were taking it to the outside. Not even we knew the answer to that yet, but like spending time in the jury house without cameras, that's what really like solidified things. I went back home for 10 days, came to visit in Ottawa, and then he was like, you want to move in with me? And then I was like, yeah, honestly, because the separation anxiety was so real. Like, it was bad after the show. That was like one of many problems that came from the show.
Yeah.
One of the many like
because
mental health issues.
The Big Brother house together.
Yeah.
Then living in the jury house together until filming finishes.
Yeah, 24/7.
And then you're just like ripped apart.
Yeah.
So how long is that? How long are you living together in the Big Brother world?
Well, we did pretty well. So it was like 3 months in total.
Wow.
That's way more than the Love is Blind, folks.
Yeah. How long is Love is Blind?
Like, I don't know, 10 days.
Oh, yeah.
And they also don't even meet each other anymore.
Yeah. So. No, yeah. So picture, like, you don't even spend that much time with, like, your best friend for them. Like, 24 hours a day for 3 months.
That's crazy.
That's insane.
Yeah.
So just imagine the bond. So they say like 1 week is like a month in the Big Brother house, because it's like you're spending so much time with everybody.
It accelerates the process for sure.
Totally.
Yeah. So it wasn't like when you moved in with him, it wasn't fresh. You had already technically been living together at that point.
Yeah.
Okay. So so you shared that you guys obviously have split up recently. Right?
Yeah, recent-ish. I was actually thinking back the other day. I was like, how long has it been? Actually, a while. I think like 5 months.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's half a year almost.
That's half a year. I'm like, it's
time goes fast.
We've had some time. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So tell us, like, what kind of prompted the breakup? Like, was it you? Was it him that decided? Was it mutual? Like, what kind of happened there?
I hate to be like this person broke up with this person, but because I feel like it paints somebody in a certain light. But I'll just say it was like just a lot of buildup to the point where I had to set some boundaries, and then, you know, one thing led to another, and I just couldn't do it anymore. I just said, you know, it's time to pack it in, because we're just not compatible. And at the end of the day, that's nobody's fault.
And what were you? Yeah, I was gonna say, like, the reasoning was just not just compatibility. In what sense?
Yeah.
Like, your interests weren't the same, or your values weren't the same. Like, where was the compatibility falling short?
You know, when you just have this like really intuitive feeling right off the start that it just wasn't, that's not my person. But because of like the weird relationship that we had, like the way that we met, and I'm such a signs girl. I'm like, it's a sign. Like, our kids will get to see that we met this way. Like, our kids will get to see our first kiss on camera. I'm like, God, that's such a sign, you know? No, it's not. And I really should have listened to my intuition right from the get-go. But
what was your intuition from the get-go? And when you say get-go,
yeah, right from the get-go, like right away.
You had that intuition, or when did that kick in?
I think it was right after the show, like when I was, just certain things. And it's totally like we're from different, he's French. There's already kind of a language situation going on, you know? So that kind of impedes some things like humor, etc. That kind of puts a little, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then no, it's just compatibility in love languages, communication styles. We were similar in a lot of ways that were maybe not the best ways, like in the ways that we like to handle conflict or whatever. It's like we were similar in ways that weren't necessarily great. And then, just super different in the ways that mattered for us to be more similar, you know, like love languages, communication styles.
Yeah.
So you guys were together for 3 years, which is like a significant amount of time.
Yeah.
So how, like, I guess, like if you already kind of knew that really early on, did you just kind of push down your intuition, and how did this relationship sustain for because again,
you're like, why were you still there, sis? What's going on, babe? Honestly,
we're really good at gaslighting ourselves. I'll say that.
We're so good at gaslighting ourselves.
Yeah.
For the first year, I will say, like, mentally ill after the show, and not even a joke, like in therapy, also unable to work. Like, I did not work for 6 months after the show because I just physically couldn't. Like, I was like, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm in a new city. I don't have friends here, in a new relationship. I'm dealing with all this hate online, or like things that I just wasn't prepared for necessarily.
A lot going on.
Yeah. And then also having to navigate friendships, like hometown friendships, or like things changing because of like this newfound like
people
personality that you've stepped into. It's so weird. So it was just a lot all at once. So there's that. So that was year one. So year one's a write-off, okay? So
we can just take that one off.
We can just scratch that out. I wasn't there. Year 2, 3, definitely just pushing down intuition. And I think women do this all the time.
Yeah.
And you try, because your brain is not here to keep you happy. Your brain's here to keep you safe. So like, I was constantly coming up with all the reasons why I should make this work with this person. And I knew, like, my gut knew, my intuition knew that this was not right, but my brain was just feeding me all the reasons why it was right, you know? So at the end of the day, it caused a lot of anxiety. I was never an anxious person before. And I was so anxious, and he'd always be like, oh, you're really anxious. Like, you're an anxious person. So then I started to believe that I was an anxious person. And then thinking back, I'm like, that's not me. I'm not an anxious person.
It was your body reacting to everything.
Yes. And your body knows before anything else. Yeah.
And there may have already been, correct me if I'm wrong, like there may have also been some sort of like trauma bonding, right? Like, you guys went through that experience together. You felt, quote unquote, like messed up afterwards, dealing with all the backlash, and then you cling to that thing, and it needs to work, because if not, it was all for nothing.
Yeah, honestly, yes. And I felt so lucky coming out of the show that I had him, because so many other people, it's like their husbands or wives or their girlfriends, boyfriends, they didn't understand them. A lot of them broke up because like their partner just didn't get what they just went through. They're like, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean you need therapy? Like, what do you mean?
Like, you were just on a show. Like,
like, what's the big deal?
Like, oh, boo-hoo, you got famous.
Right, but it's like you don't understand, like, you just don't understand. So I felt really actually happy that I had this person. Like, I felt very, I don't know, I just felt comfortable with him because he knew what I had just experienced, and nobody else would understand that. So that's part of it. Trauma bond, 100%. Yeah.
Okay, and then talk to us about how it's been the last 6 months. Like, you up and left Ottawa, moved back home.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I did a year ago.
Yeah.
A year and a week, actually.
Okay, it's been a year.
Crazy.
been a
We were
full-
talking about that the other day.
Good job,
like,
girl.
How has it, like you even say, like, how has it been a year?
How has it been a year?
Crazy.
Wild.
And it's crazy because when you're in the thick of it, you're like, oh my God, how am I going to get through this? How am I going to get through this? And now looking back, you're like, oh shit, I've done quite a bit of healing. Or like,
yeah.
it's always in hindsight, you're like, damn, I've come a long way. So
Yeah.
the whole upping and moving and, you know, shifting gears, I can totally relate to. But how has it been for you? Like moving back home and...
Honestly, the last place, so we were in Ottawa, but then we moved to Costa Rica. So we were in Costa Rica for 4 months.
Right.
That's where we were living. And in that 4 months, like as much as I say, oh, I was pushing down my intuition, like I should have left early. I would never say, I never said that I should have left earlier, but it sounds like I'm saying I should have left earlier. But really, I know that I was supposed to be in that relationship for as long as I was because of the lessons that I learned and the opportunities that, you know, wouldn't have probably come up had I not been with my partner at the time, my ex-partner. Like moving to Costa Rica, that's where I did ayahuasca. ayahuasca changed my life.
Huh?
You don't know about ayahuasca?
No.
Basically,
Okay.
a hallucinogenic.
How do you know what that is?
But I've never... I mean, I'd be down. It would enlighten me in a lot of things.
It would enlighten you, honestly. But
Is
then
it like a mushroom vibe?
no.
No?
No, it's not. You know what? Do research on ayahuasca.
Got it.
It's really amazing.
That's my homework for tonight.
Yeah.
Next week on That Girl Club,
Yeah,
the girls
I know,
will be
this is a whole
taking
different-
ayahuasca.
Next week, we're documenting the entire experience.
Oh my God.
No, and honestly, like being with my ex, it really, that's when I did my first mushroom ceremony and I started getting into more like
Spiritual vibe.
yeah, healing. Like I knew that I wanted to go deeper within myself, but I just didn't have the tools necessarily. And so it's just like the connections that we made together and the friends that we met and our similar interests allowed me to like break into this new realm of like spirituality and finding myself. So ultimately at the end of the day, being in Costa Rica, doing ayahuasca, coming back to myself, honestly, it has changed everything for me. So the last 6 months has been so amazing. It's honestly just been like a reclamation of self, like reclaiming my energy. Everything that I thought was too much about myself from my last relationship, I know I'm gonna cry. And then I might.
That's fine.
And
I might cry with you.
And then anything I thought that wasn't enough about me, I'm like, oh my God, no. Like I've been this girl the entire time. I just wasn't able to see it and I wasn't willing to see it because I was letting somebody else kind of control the narrative of like who I am. So
I feel like you came... It's like you went home, you came home to yourself. Like you
Yeah.
went home, but you also came home to yourself.
yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. It's so true. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you would understand, like actually physically going home and being in a space where you like know everybody loves you, like being back with your parents or, you know, whoever you're living with. It's like,
It's exactly
it's
what
a
you
safe
need at that
space.
time too, I think, right?
Yeah.
When you're going through so much change and
Yeah.
almost like you've tossed your life upside down in a sense.
Yeah.
It's just like it's, you know, you need that.
And you're
Yeah.
like restarting from scratch, but being around the people that remind you who you actually are,
yes.
it is really important.
And I will say, it's like you need to be in the headspace because when I was in my relationship, I would go home. My mom would say certain things about my personality or whatever. And I'm like, girl, that would piss me off. I'm like, what are you talking about? Yeah, what do you mean? Now I'm like, I just wasn't there yet. I wasn't there. I wasn't willing to see it. And now I'm like, yes, this is what I needed. I needed somebody just to like, I needed to be in a space where I could just be my 100% self and be like loved for that.
Yeah.
You know?
Totally. And I totally understand that.
Mm-hmm.
What would you tell the women listening who are maybe in that in-between season where everything kind of feels a little uncertain? Maybe they're, you know, maybe it's the relationship, right? Maybe it's like they're not sure, is this my person? Or maybe they're feeling uncertain about where they're at in life. Like, what advice would you give that woman?
If it has something to do with relationship, I think that we almost always already know the answer. If you're having any sort of gut feeling that this is not my person, or I feel like I have to hide certain parts of myself, I don't feel 100% safe, I feel really oddly anxious around this person, whatever it is, if you have to feel like you have to like just be different than your true self, like anything other than your authentic self, it's
not it.
You know what you need to do. And I think it's the scary thing to do because we want to stay comfortable. So much work breaking up with somebody and starting your life over. It's like, God, that's exhausting.
It
Don't want to think
it's
about
a lot of it's almost easier. I think that's why people stay, right? Especially when kids are involved and all these things. It's easier.
It's that
way
whole
easier.
sunken cost, right? Like you don't want to throw away everything you've invested so far. So it's easier to stay. But in the long run,
it costs you everything. Because in the end, and then what is it? Like you're going to be like 50, whatever. If you if you stay with somebody for that long, and then you're like, wait, I haven't been happy this whole time. And now you threw away like all your youth on this person knowing that you weren't happy. So just trust your intuition. I feel like we know, your gut knows and your body knows more than your mind knows every single time, So just like tapping into your intuition and just like actually listening to your gut feelings, it's going to do everything that you need it to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So some people might not know this, but you walked away from a stable corporate marketing job, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So it was like 9 to 5, like that was the vibe. Okay.
Yeah.
So now you're doing something completely on your own.
Mhm.
So I guess, like what was the moment for you that you were like, I'm ready to do this. Like, this is what I'm doing and I'm quitting and here we go.
It was the walk to work every morning. I'd literally because I would walk to work. I'm like, let me get my steps in. I'd walk to work and I had a lot of time to think, and I would just have my headphones in, listening to music or podcasts or whatever. And I'd be like, what am I doing? Like, and this is the thing. I've never liked authority. I've just never been that girl. Like, I've never liked, I'm sorry, but every job I'm like, I don't love,
Yeah. Like, don't tell me what to do.
Don't tell me what to do. And it's a lot of bosses like, I straight up did not like you, but it's like, okay. Even like my last job that I quit, I loved her. Like she's one of my really good friends still to this day. So it was almost like a big sister, little sister relationship. And I still had to quit the job. I was like, I can't do it. And my dad has his own business. So I come from like an entrepreneurial sort of mind space in terms of, because I've watched my dad build his business. So it's not like it's something new. No one's done it in my family before.
Right.
So it's always been an option in my mind. Like I can just go out on my own. I can do it.
Mm-hmm.
And since I was younger, I did like freelance videography, photography, freelance social media management. I started a gift boxing business during COVID. Like I've like had little side hustles.
Mm-hmm. Like little tastes of it.
Yeah. And I love it. That's where I'm happiest. So I'm like, okay, personal training is where it's at, I think.
So like what do you do with having like no structure? Like do you
create
struggle
it
with that? Okay.
Yeah. I have to create it. I'm so weird because I'm very type B, but when it comes to work, I'm a perfectionist, almost to a fault. Yeah, yeah, you guys got it. No, very type B, like in life. I'm very go with the flow. Whatever happens, happens. Like ask my friends. I like to be the one that just kind of like falls to the back, goes with the plan, don't care. Because then everything's going to be fun. Everything's going to be great. When it comes to work, I'm like, the details need to be in place. Like everything needs to be perfect. So I create structure. Wake up in the morning, there's a list made. We're creating lists.
That's good though.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need that. It's good that you like can bounce back between the two. I feel like I'm either like one or the other. So I need to get on your level.
But of course, when you're like working from home, it's very hard to motivate yourself. You have to find things that are going to like, get you up in the morning. Just like a simple why, like reminding yourself every day of why you're doing it. It's the biggest thing too. Like just coming back to that.
Her why.
Come back to the why, baby. You know it.
This is true. So, okay, talk to us about content creation. So are you doing this like full? I mean, obviously I know you have your own fitness app and you're doing fitness coaching, correct?
Yeah.
Like talk to us about what are you doing right now? Just
what do you do?
What do you do?
You sound like my sister. You sound like my nana. What the hell do you do? My sister's always like, whatever Jace does. I have no idea what she does. It's very random. It is. But full-time content creation. I would say, full-time content creation because when I quit my 9 to 5, an opportunity came in, like a long-term partnership came in that totally just like supplemented what my salary was at my full-time job. So that straight up, and that is the power of making room for things that are aligned with you. Because I quit my job, knew it wasn't aligned. Immediately the next week, this brand reaches out. And I'm like, dude, just covered what my job was paying me. Crazy.
That's crazy.
So I would say full-time because of that. And then every, other collaboration is kind of on top of that, like supplemental. And then my fitness coaching is like really where I'm trying to focus a lot of my energy because that's really my why. Like I love content creation. It's fun. It's a little selfish unless you're, helping people through your content. So that's why I'm trying to combine mindset with my content now. So it's not just like, here, I look pretty today.
I have a question on the content piece. Just you are so open and I feel like raw with your audience and everything. Are there any boundaries you try to like uphold with yourself, just given?
Like boundaries. I think the one boundary would just be not making everything content. Like having a boundary where it's like, okay, today I'm going out and I'm not taking any content because everything, it's so easy to turn. Everything is content.
Everything is content.
Everything
said
is.
this the other day. Yeah.
Literally content, but it can get exhausting.
It
like
exhausts
sometimes
me.
we're like, we need to do more and we don't know. It's a lot.
So you have to draw a line or else
off.
burnout is crazy. Like it'll hit you and then it's like, I'm not touching social media for a week because I physically can't.
Yeah.
So it's just like, I think that's the one boundary. I'll be like, okay, I'm going out today and I'm not taking one picture or video. And even then it's like a weird sickness, you know, you're like, oh, I want to like take a picture for my story. Girl, no one needs to know that you were here.
Yeah.
No, it's true.
No one has to know.
Yeah.
But I want them to know.
But secretly.
Yeah, exactly.
That's tough. Do you feel like that's a bit of a mental battle that you're still kind of navigating?
Definitely.
Between the two, like flipping back and forth between reality and then like living on your phone kind of thing?
100%. And I always am just like looking at this box, like my phone, and I'm like, what is this weird? Do you ever have these moments where you're like, what is this odd rectangle that we're just like living in all the time? It's literally a screen.
With it.
What is up with that? It's not even real.
I mean, that is why I like you because like you're actually like
real.
you have like
Love
good
that.
shit to say. It's like great, like that's different, but like it is like a fine line between.
No,
like,
it's exhausting.
Yeah.
And I think we're all getting a little tired and burnt
Of
out,
the
honestly.
fluff.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And if people just
Agreed.
pretending like, girl, did you really get up at 5 a.m. and you look like that?
And looking
Stop
like that?
lying.
Like, shut up.
Agree.
Stop
Stop
lying.
lying. I'm saying these content creators make I mean, obviously, like I like hats off to you, girl. Like that's amazing that you're making a living doing this, and I love that. But it's to your point. It's like these girls are making so much money showing
For being fraudulent.
literally.
No,
Crazy.
Yeah.
And like that's like, I mean, that's the whole thing of like That Girl Club in this podcast. It's like we're trying to show the reality of shit. Like we're not trying to be like, we have it all figured out. Nah. And like same with our guests. It's like we're getting into the weeds of what like this is why we're talking about this. This is the fucking reality of content and these influencers.
For sure.
Right? Like I know you're an influencer. I'm not trying
No. But when I go to an influencer event, I went to Toronto, I stayed with a friend, and then I went to this influencer event recently. And I came home and I was like, don't talk to me. I was like, today drained me. I was like, that event, just being around other influencers, like I consider myself, I'm a content creator.
Yeah.
But when you're around other people who are like really just, they're not being super authentic online, and then you meet them in person, usually just not the greatest experiences, you know? And it's a little bit disheartening because you're like, everybody looks up to these girls and it's just not it. Like they're not who you think.
But it goes back to what we've said so many times. It's like people need to stop focusing on what they see on socials because it's everyone's highlight reel. Like it's not reality.
No, because even when I share something negative, it's like I chose to share that. Do you think I'm sharing like my worst days where I have like a puffy face because I've been crying so much? No, I'm not going to share that.
Nobody wants to share
but
that.
I think you're pretty raw though. Like you're very
Thanks.
real.
I'm trying.
Like we appreciate every time we see something, we're like, oh, love her. She's so real.
I'm not
thank
like
you.
annoyed by your content. I'm energized by it, right?
Yeah,
because
that's
you
so
can
nice.
tell that you're not trying to put on this front. Whereas I feel like a lot of these girls too, like I think it goes back to the mental health piece, right? It's like just because they look like they're super happy does not mean they're super happy.
No.
I think there's a lot. Do you think there's a lot of, I mean, you're in that world. Do you think there's, do you think there's a lot of that?
Look at even like relationships, for example. This is a great example, like public relationship accounts or like relationship content where these couples look a certain way online. It's not.
And then they
come
out and they fucking hate each other.
Right.
Like
a lot of
sometimes you're
resentment.
like, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Well, because even with your relationship, I mean, you guys both public figures, right? You guys both do content creation, right? And I'm sure you've probably felt that way too. Sometimes you're putting all this perfect kind of stuff about your relationship online, but then
Dude, we fought today.
Like,
No, but that's so real. Like that's so like
that's
normal.
any
But
relationship.
exactly. Like we're not going to show that. So
Yeah.
you then on the outside, you're just like, oh my God, they're so great together.
And then I think it makes you feel like your relationship sucks.
Yeah.
Like for me, like I'm in a relationship and I love my partner and he's like, we have a very healthy relationship. But sometimes I look through, you know, other couples and, you know, I'm like, oh my God, we don't do that. Like, is that matter?
The comparison's so real.
The comparison's real.
Yeah,
But I've been sick with that in the past too. I'm like, why aren't we doing that? Why aren't you? It's bad. It's like an illness.
Yeah,
It really
I feel like
Yeah.
I'm better about checking you with that. Like she'll tell me things and I'm like, Christina, it's not real.
Lock
Stop.
in, babe.
Like,
Lock
I-
in. Yeah.
You have your moments,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Of course.
Yes, yeah. Like
It's a part of our life now.
It's a
Like
part
you
of our
can't
world.
just like,
Yep.
like you're gonna compare yourself. It just is what it is. Like there's so
sure.
many things to see online. Like just you can't get around it.
Perception's a blessing and a curse.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
When it comes to business, it can be great.
Yeah.
And sometimes you're like,
Everything else you're like, well,
And you can't blame people. Like, of course, you want to share your special moments and you want to share your happy moments and
Yeah.
whatnot. I think the fine line is when people start getting like preachy and when it's actually not real. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when it's a front,
Yeah.
like we said.
God. Yeah.
100%.
A front. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fraudulent.
Fraudulent.
so going back, I feel like we got very sidetracked. But okay, so you are doing content creation full time.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Whip
what else are you
wellness.
doing? Okay.
Yeah.
Let's talk with wellness.
Let's talk.
To it.
I love it.
I love your
Jace's-
branding. It's
Thank
so
you.
cute.
Yeah, Jace is my coach now. We work together and okay, I'm obsessed with the brand, but also
you.
your mindset and approach to it. So tell us, what is Whipped Wellness?
You're like, have at her.
yeah.
Take the floor.
Okay, wow, it's such a big question. So Whipped Wellness, I've been training in the gym for quite a few years now. I've worked with a lot of different coaches, and I just found that there was a gap in a lot of the systems that the coaches were taking. Everything's very all or nothing, and everyone tries to make fitness seem very hard, or like wellness seem very hard or unattainable, or like something that you can't just find within yourself. You know, it's like you need to go outside yourself to be able to create this healthy lifestyle, when really it just comes down to like moving your body and being mindful, like some mindset work, you know? So I wanted to create a brand that really preaches balance in all forms.
Amen, sister.
God, like really, I know like shame to the people who are just hardcore about wellness and everything's like perfect to a T. Like they're getting up at 4 a.m. and they're going to the gym and they're doing that. Good for you. It's not going to be me.
And a red light mask every night.
Yeah, exactly. Those people that, do you know those like, what is it called? Like those unraveling videos in the morning where it's my morning
yeah.
and they like take off everything.
Yeah. And I'm like,
Girl, you slept in that?
Yeah, you slept in that? It's 25 steps.
Well, also,
Right.
does it take you 3 hours every day? Like,
Exactly. Who has that?
Yeah, that's unrealistic.
So people like that, it's like no hate on them at all. Good for you if that's what works for you. That's great. Doesn't work for me. Like I love to go out for some drinks. I love going to the gym. I love lifting heavy. I love a Pilates class. I love resting. You know, I love chocolate.
We love a raw day.
Yeah, like a coach raw day. You need it. So it's like, let's combine all of the things. And once I actually just lost my all or nothing mindset and I started resting more, that's when I saw the most growth. First of all, aesthetically, like that's when my muscles actually started growing, is when I was resting more. I was like, holy shit. Why didn't they tell me this? Like, I feel like I was just like on a hamster wheel, spinning, like trying to chase something.
Like more, like less is more kind of thing. Yeah.
All it took was some rest and like being kinder to myself. So I'm like, if I can just help other women get to this point and realize it doesn't need to be difficult and it doesn't need to be all or nothing. It's just like the right approach, creating a fitness routine that complements your lifestyle instead of complicates it. That's our tagline.
I love it. And you are very big on the mental aspect as well. And I think the all or nothing mentality is something we've discussed a few times because that's something I struggle with.
Yeah.
I've done like challenges in the past where I was like hardcore, full throttle.
Yeah.
But then completely reverted the other way and like, you know, felt like crap mentally afterwards because unless I was going to the gym 6 times a week and going full throttle, then I was a huge failure.
You gain the weight back or you like lose all the habits and you're like, oh my God, like it's just, and then you feel like it's impossible. But really, no, it's just you needed to create something more sustainable for your lifestyle. And it's not going to be like a one size fits all situation. What works for me might not work for you and vice versa.
Yeah.
You know?
Everybody is different.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
So when you say like mental aspect to it, like is that what you mean by like the gap, just in terms of like the all or nothing mentality, or is there more to that?
Well, I feel like a lot of fitness programs and fitness coaches, they just skip, the mindfulness aspect, like mindset work. I don't think people realize how much the same obstacles that hold you back from reaching your fitness goals or like your wellness goals, those are the same obstacles that are probably manifesting in other ways in your life, like in your love life, in your work life, like things like your self-sabotaging habits or your all or nothing mentality. What's another one? Consistency, showing up for yourself. Like that doesn't just show up
and your
in the gym,
self-worth,
right?
That.
It like shows up in other ways too. So it's all intertwined. That's something that I'm really passionate about because I just
had like light bulb moment. I'm like, wait, I'm owning nothing even with other things.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's not just about fitness. So it's like, I think I realize my why is helping women discover their power, but I just happen to do it through fitness. It's not even necessarily that I love when, you know, a client is like, oh my God, this is like my dream ass. I just like built the best booty. I've never had a booty like this in my life. I'm like, I'm so happy for you.
Love that for you.
But it's the confidence that she has. That's what keeps me going. I'm like, it's the confidence that you've found now in yourself. And now you have this feeling like you want to keep going. You have motivation and you have momentum.
Right.
And they start showing up in different ways in their life, like not just in the gym. Right.
That's so true.
Yeah. That's what I love.
It makes you, I think what the thing about fitness too is like, it shows you kind of like you can work hard, you can work towards something. And then like you said, it trickles into the other areas of your life and it gives you that motivation and that spark to be like, okay, I tackled that, I can tackle this.
Yes.
Yeah, you can like take on the world after.
Totally. You're like, if I did that, Bulgarians were really hard yesterday. I can break up with them today. You know, it's like, it's a little dramatic.
Same but
different. But really, it does give you that strength and the discipline as well. Just like being consistent, showing up for yourself, it helps build self-trust. If you have self-trust, you can do anything, really.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So, are you seeing anyone right now or are you just in your single girl?
I love that you just threw that at you. Like, wait,
I was just thinking
get back to relationships quick. Honestly, I have realized that I'm extremely emotionally unavailable for the first time in my entire life. I've never known what that means.
What does that mean?
You know when a guy, it's like you're dating and you're like, oh, he's emotionally unavailable. And I'm just like, ew, we hate that.
Now she's that guy.
Now I'm that guy. Dad, forget
Roles
that
are
girl.
reversed.
It's that guy podcast, this episode. No, but I've always been like, ew, avoidance, ew, emotionally unavailable people. But no, that's me now. And not in like a bad way, but in a way where I'm like, holy shit, I've never felt like I've not wanted to date before. And I feel so good being single right now. Like all of my energy that I would have been putting into a partner or was putting into a partner is just going into me. And it's like, of course, I've been like asked, you know, this, that. But I'm just like, anything, as soon as it starts to get it's a little, you know, you're showing signs that you maybe like me. I'm like, see ya. I gotta go. Like, I'm not into it.
Wow.
No.
I feel like you're in a very similar.
Yeah, I was like that for about a year. Like it's just like this wall I put around myself. I was just like, I'm not interested. Like people were like coming knocking.
Yeah.
People were like knocking and I was like, no, I just don't want, I'm not interested. I don't care to meet anyone. I don't care to speak anyone. I don't want to raise anyone's son. I was like, I'm just done.
Yeah, you're like, I'm still dealing with some days.
Yeah, I was like, but men and a lot of people don't understand that, like the isolation, and he's just so comfortable in isolation. And I feel that's what has helped me heal and come so far forward within a year, because no one was allowed into my energy, and all that love and energy and effort you put into other people, like I put it back into myself. And I think that's what's contributed to a lot of my growth in the last year.
Definitely. And it's like, okay, I just know now, like I've had two serious relationships now, like adult relationships on complete opposite sides of the spectrum. Okay. So it's great because now I know I've dated this and this. Now I know exactly what I need in a person. I don't want it yet. I don't want it. I truly believe like this season of my life, I'm supposed to be building my business. I really think that I'm just supposed to be like coming to, like just like enjoying the fruits of my labor, like working my ass off and like just figuring out who the fuck I am. And I am not going to be able to show up for somebody the way that I would want to as a partner. I can't do it right now. So no, not dating.
Fill
and I'm
your
happy.
cup, and then whomever comes in that complements that, right? Like
that's the thing. I want to make sure that my energy is set. Like I'm good. I need my energy to be like back where it's supposed to be. And then when somebody comes in, eventually it's like, hey, you either match the energy or you get out. I want it to be where I want it to be, the energy, before somebody else comes in.
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, so to finish off today's episode, even though we could literally talk to you for 3 hours.
Yeah, can we have the studio longer, please?
Yeah, seriously. We're going to do a little rapid fire vibe to end off the episode.
Let's do it. Okay.
So we'll keep it clear and concise, quick answers if you can.
Yep.
Okay, so first one is what's something you've learned or one thing you've learned about trusting the timing of your life?
Trusting the timing of your life. That everything is working out for you, even when it seems like it might not be right now. If you're down in the dumps, things are still working for you, and you're supposed to be there right now for a reason.
Amen.
that.
Yeah.
What is one piece of advice for anyone listening that's having to rebuild from scratch and just start over in their life?
First of all, I'm so excited for you. Second of all, congratulations. Second of all, just take your time and be nice to yourself. Like, be compassionate, be kind to yourself. Really work on like not controlling the situation, releasing control, being kind to yourself, practicing self-love, and things are going to work out for you.
That was concise. I like it.
I know, I'm like really trying hard. I'm like, stop rambling.
Okay, so we'll end off with the question we ask all our guests.
Okay.
So what does being that girl mean to you?
I love that. Being that girl to me just means being authentically you, and being a girl's girl, just showing up for other women, supporting other women, because we're all going through the same shit and we all know what it feels like.
Agree.
Yes. I love that. And so true.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell us, where can our listeners find you? Now's your time to plug yourself.
Oh, plug myself? Okay, perfect. So here's the thing. Just kidding. You can find me on Instagram at Jacey-Lynne Graham. It's a long one. And then TikTok, same thing. Okay, perfect. If you could spell that out, that's great. Those are my two spots, TikTok and Instagram right now.
And Whipped Wellness, they can find you.
And Whipped Wellness. Thank you so much. Whipped Wellness Club on Instagram and TikTok.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Yes,
Thank you.
Girl, so much. Thanks so much for joining us. We hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, we'd really appreciate if you could like, rate, and subscribe on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts.
Don't forget to follow us on Instagram and TikTok at It's That Girl Club to stay in the loop with your girls and join us in becoming that girl. See you next Wednesday.